Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is issue 80 of the Terminator build of the T800 from Hachette. Right, as ever, the Terminator build starts by going straight into the build itself. So here we have the components for the forearm and left hand. So this is what we've got. We've got that, whatever that is, the left forearm shaft. The joint, the other thing, the spring. Oh, they're in a little bag. A Ziploc bag. Quite cool. There we have that, which will be the tendons, which are 4 springs, just like the other one. They go there. I'll keep that. That's useful. Some bits for the finger and some screws. We'll open those when we need to. Nothing else in there at all, so we'll get rid of that. Move that off to one side and continue on with what we're going to be doing. Starting with step 1, laying a thing in, and then step 2, laying a thing in, 3 and 4 laying things in. So we've got not that bit, it's those, which has got 4 little individual divisions, 1 for each of these springs. Now they need to be glued in place, so I shall get some glue ready. Actually, I'm going to glue direct into that because my glue's running a little bit low, so I just need to squidge some out. So I'm going to squidge some out into that. I do keep this glue laying on its side, so it shouldn't take long for it to work its way down to the tip and become able to squeeze out just like that. There we go. So I'm going to get some glue into all 4 of those grooves. Make sure there's enough. That should be plenty. There we go. There will be a little bit more glue needed later, but we'll worry about that then. What I'm going to do is get that stuck to my finger. That's the brilliant place to start. I'm going to use a pair of tweezers to position these in place more easily. So 1 can go there, 2, 3, and indeed 4. They're all the same, various slightly different lengths, but we won't worry about that because that's, not to be worried about. Continue applying super glue, fixing this ring in place until all 4 are fixed. They are. Then I am taking the shaft, so the 4 springs enclosed are aligned. So that goes on there like that way round, because they come up past it. Screw hole in there, 2 little nodges there, which these bits are going to go into, and that's going to go on there like that, and the screw is going to go through there and hold them in place. So let's leave it that way up while I sort out the correct screw. It's going to be the little one, isn't it? Teeny tiny little screw in there. There's 4 screws in this pack, 2 of which will go back into the supply box to be never used unless I manage to lose a screw somewhere along the line. So there's that out the way. That I'll be using later, no doubt, but that's the one that I need now. So let's hold that together, drop that into place, screw that together. It's into plastic, so again, don't over tighten too much, but that should be just sufficient to hold that in place. And then done that. This shows it assembled. Look, it does. It looks a bit like that. Step 7, taking the base and the other screw. No doubt. Align it first. It goes on this end. There's a notch. Is there? There's no notch. Hey, what? Am I doing it wrong? Am I being an idiot? Oh, there's a big notch. Okay, big notch and big. I was looking for the little notch, but no. It's got to go in that way round. A bit like that, but it won't stay like that, obviously, until we use a screw. Identify the hole. It doesn't go on there, it goes on. That's why I'm looking at it wrong. It doesn't go in the middle. It goes on the top of it. So there is a notch, and that goes in there, just like that. And that's what the big screw does. It's through that hole there, and that fixes everything together. Tighten that down, just like that, and that should indeed look a bit like that. The screw in there, that bit up there, big gap down there. That looks like that. Right, so that's it for that part. I can put that aside to let that finish drying. Now, what we are doing now is some of the other parts that we have assembled last time. We're going to attach another finger, which is what we use this for. Let me cut that open. Get out the 3 parts required for that. We have a tube, which you can't really see very well, the pin, and the plug that goes in the other end of it. So this goes in that way around, same as the other one that we've done previously. This goes from the inside, so it goes through the finger piece first. So let's get that through there to begin with, hopefully. There we go. So that goes through there, and then that goes through there. So let's get that through there further. Hopefully, do for pushing. There we go, that's getting through there. Quite a tight fit, this. And obviously having to push at a bit of an angle as well makes it a little bit trickier. So what I'm going to do is bring out the pair of pliers, so I can carefully grip the edge and push that through a bit better. Except that is not... That is working. I think it was... No, it's actually bowing up a little bit on there, which is not ideal. So let's see if we can't get that through there to begin with then. Might be easier to do it that way for this one. That's sort of mushrooming slightly on there for some reason. Might have to do a little bit of trimming on that. Because that's not going to let me go quite flush there, because that's sticking out a little bit for some reason. So what I'm going to do is trim the end of that down, and apparently take that apart as well. My glue obviously didn't set fully on those. I need some more glue on them. So trim off the bit of that wasn't working very well. Come on. You know you want to. There's still plenty of that going through, so I'm not overly concerned that that's going to cause a problem onwards. But that certainly goes out flusher now than it did. Now we should be able to get that through there. That's better. And then that will go through there. Hopefully. Come on. That's being a bit of a pain. I'm going to shape the end of this a little bit by trimming that off. It doesn't say there's any special act, it just says push it in. So what I'm going to do is sharpen that plastic piece just a touch to give me a bit of an assistance in getting that in there. The other finger there is proving a problem, getting in the way. That's getting there. It's going to take a little bit of wiggling and convincing to get in there, but it will. Then I'll reattach that and then glue the 3 bits back in place. I'm going to cut the video here and do that behind the scenes because, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of finagling, which you don't need to watch. So I'll get that done, that glued in place, and that will be stage complete with that and that as well. I know it doesn't look terribly complete at the moment, but trust me, it will get there. Right, so then carrying on through the rest of the magazine, we have Brightburn, Alien Teenager Terrorizes. I don't know that one. It looks a bit horror-y. Don't like horror films much, as we discussed this evening. Origins of Evil. Yeah, I don't think that's a real thing. And then next week, next time, in a couple of days' time, we are continuing the assembling of the forearm and left hand. So, see you soon for that. And, yeah, I'll do this now, but without the pressures of being filmed, so I can swear at it and push harder and things. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. 81 will be around in a couple of days' time. So, thank you for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.